Guns have always been a part of American life. Guns meant both food and protection for frontiersmen in the early days. But although times have changed, America's fascination with guns has not. And tonight, Cheryll Jones takes a look at the way Denverites use firearms in Part 2 of her Project 7 report on the guns of America.
To many, guns of the West reflect American tradition just like apple pie and John Wayne. After all, what would television have been like all these years without Westerns? The saloon shootouts, the barroom fights, the heroes and outlaws who lived and died by their excitement and romance, when they were make-believe and when they were real. Today, guns are still popular in the modern-day West, but differ greatly from guns of Easterners in attitudes and purpose. For instance, New Yorkers most often buy firearms for self-defense, while many Westerners depend on their guns for personal satisfaction.
I like to be outside and in the fresh air and just the excitement of going after something that I might prepare for a meal.
Being in the outdoors, stalking, personal satisfaction that after maybe a 3-4 day hunt that I might come home with something, then there's a chance that I might not.
I used to find that I could go out and shoot 40, 50, 60 rounds in the evening and forget all the problems of claim adjusting.
I shoot competitively, at targets only.
I shoot rabbits and squirrels and targets.
Hunting and safety classes draw sports shooters of all ages. Many gun enthusiasts say these classes ought to be taught in the schools, since the popularity of guns recreationally is growing rapidly. Hunters bought more than 500,000 hunting licenses in Colorado last year. And this area's gun collectors, shooters of trap, game, and competition are many. And gun shows like this one at the Arapahoe County Fairgrounds attract thousands of gun lovers annually. Most hunters use long guns, but handguns are increasingly popular, with Denver's private citizens buying nearly 7,000 of them legally last year. But because violence is on the upswing now, more and more people are owning guns for protection against attackers.
I would shoot a warning shot into the woodwork, and then if he proceeded and my life was endangered, I would shoot him.
A local gun dealer says many of his customers recently have been taking guns for self-defense seriously, and until the Reagan election, they were buying up his expensive paramilitary weapons as fast as he could stock them.
The paramilitary type weapons, or the government or military style of weapons, increased probably by 10 times, and the average consumer of this particular type of weapon was not your man off the street in a minority sense or in any other sense, other than he was a professional. Lawyers, doctors, in the professions, engineers. The general census of feeling seemed to be that I've worked for what I have, and I intend to keep it.
But after the election, Novak says, sales of the paramilitary weaponry dropped significantly because people think their chances of keeping their guns are greater now with Reagan in the White House. He says those customers were expressing fear of eventual gun confiscation, in which case only military ammunition would be available, and customers were saying they didn't want to be caught short-handed. But to some people, guns are just a necessary part of their jobs and survival, and gun control won't ever change that. Tomorrow night, we'll take a look at guns and their relationship to crime. Cheryll Jones with the Project 7 report.